Hello everyone, my name is Amber Dobis. I am 32 years old and returning to college after being absent for 6 years. I live in a small apartment with my cat and will soon be getting a pet frog. My greatest accomplishment in life is being right here where I am today. I'm going to explain to you why. Life is a constant work in progress, I believe. All moments, big and small, make up who a person is. Everyone has struggles and everyone messes up. It's how we handle these trials that has the ability to set us up for failure or success. In my life, I have battled crippling mental illness, including depression and borderline personality disorder. I also lost my mom when I was 23, the only family member who was a part of my life. And the first time I went to college, I lost all financial aid and had to drop out with over 120 credit hours and nothing to show. But I overcame and determined to not just be a survivor, but an overcomer. The National Alliance for Mental Health does define mental illness as a condition that affects a person's thinking, feeling, or mood. Such conditions may affect someone's ability to relate to others and function each day. I have struggled with some sort of mental illness most of my life. When I was 7, I was diagnosed with ADD and clinical depression. I still continue to struggle with both of those well into my adulthood. According to the World Health Organization, depression is one of the most debilitating conditions in the world. Severe depression has been rated in the same disability category as terminal stage cancer. Depression is just one of the mental illnesses I have been diagnosed with. I've also been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. And borderline personality disorder is a condition characterized by difficulties regulating emotion. People who experience this disorder feel emotions intensely and for extended periods of time. It is harder for us to return to a stable baseline after an emotionally triggering event. For me specifically, if I experience an event, no matter what it is, it will wear me out for the entire day. I will be physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. I'll have to rest and do nothing else. One major trigger is stress. So as college students, I think most of us can all agree we have found ourselves stressed at one point or another. The difference for me is that when I get stressed, I have to mentally fight to not get overwhelmed and shut down. Even if it's just a simple task that doesn't have any need to be stressed out about, by the time the mental struggle is over and I've hopefully pushed through, it does take so much out of me that I cannot focus on other assignments until I take a break and rest. So it does take me longer to get schoolwork done than most. Again, because of this disorder, I do believe that being where I am today is a great accomplishment. I work hard daily to overcome and press forward. Every morning when I wake up, I have to, with the help of medication, determine to overcome my depression and borderline personality disorder. It does take a great amount of mental energy and strength, so I do consider it to be a great accomplishment. Another reason I believe being where I am today is a great accomplishment is because I lost my mom when I was 23 years old. My mom was my only family since I was 3. She was my biggest cheerleader, my best friend, my right arm. Everything I did to better my life was to also better her life. I felt completely lost without her. When she died, my whole life crashed. I became suicidal and was hospitalized numerous times. I ended up having to drop out of college 2 years after her death because my depression was debilitating. But there was a point where I started to realize I could do this without her if I set my mind to it. I utilized many tools around me, and with the help of many close friends, I not only survived her death, but overcame the devastating effects it had on my life. This, in and of itself, is definitely my greatest accomplishment that has led me to where I am today. The final reason I believe being where I am today is my ultimate greatest life accomplishment is because I am returning to college in my 30s after being absent for 6 years. This has been a very intimidating process. Only about 54% of college students finish a degree when they attend the first time. The percentage of dropouts who return is even lower. When one decides to return to college after not completing the first time, the fear of failing is great, and for me it's been very difficult. But one thing I have learned is that determination is one of the greatest factors in being a successful college student, and I am more determined than ever. To conclude everything, there are many other obstacles I've had to overcome in my life. We've all had obstacles, I understand that. These in particular do stand out to me as some of the hardest. Mental illness is definitely not a joke. Losing a parent is really, really hard. And being brave enough to return to college after failing at my first attempt 6 years ago is definitely a huge accomplishment to me. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.